we're going to edit in stuff, so just relax. So how did you ever find exceptional dentistry in Dr. Mallory? How did you get over to that office?
My wife actually that's traced by my mother-in-law, went there and got her teeth done quite some time ago. And then that was when I was just dating the woman who's now my wife. And then prior to our wedding, for the wedding photos, she got her teeth done there. And so eventually when I needed some work, that was the kind of natural progression, the natural place to go. So.
And so did you go for cosmetics or did you go for routine dentistry? They became your dentist?
A little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. I had originally gone there for just kind of routine stuff. Then something kind of happened where I required actually cosmetic dentistry. One of my teeth had just, gotten to the point where it needed to be replaced. And we kind of said, well, let's kill, several birds with one stone and just get a bunch of the teeth replaced just to make it look consistent. So that's when we did that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And what do you feel? How do you feel about that office? I mean, it's a kind of a unique place, and the team and how they are over there. What differences do you see in that office?
Oh, it's an excellent environment. It's wonderful. They do their best to kind of make you as comfortable as possible. You know what I mean? They try to make it. It really does take away a lot of the natural stigmas that go along with quote unquote going to the dentist. It doesn't feel like that at all. You just go in there and they're real, unbelievably cordial, and are there for your every need, and then everything is as quick and painless and quite frankly enjoyable as possible. It's a wonderful place to go.
And what was it then? I guess which doctor did your smile makeover, and how did you become convinced like I should go forward with this?
That's a good question. I actually had both of them do it. I ended up getting a consultation there quite some time ago, kind of like if and when it becomes necessary, we are going to do A, B, and C. And then that particular time did come around about 6 months ago, and I said, well, let's pull back out that file and we'll do exactly that. And so Dr. Kim worked on it originally, did the prep work, and then Dr. Art did to kind of polish it off. It was actually a team effort, for lack of a better way of putting it.
So, and how was the procedure for you? How did the actual experience of the smile makeover itself go?
Seamless.
Really?
It was wonderful. It was just, you go in there and they put on your temps, and then you're, like I said, you're out the night. I mean, I for lack of a better word, I teach large groups, like I said before, for a living, and I literally teach somewhere between 200 and 400 students at a time in large lecture halls. And so, but literally each time I went there, afterwards, I immediately taught that evening. So it really is, they set up in such a way that, we'll have you out for just a couple hours, and then we'll get you right back into the swing of things. So.
And so what's the reaction been in since then, from friends, colleagues, family?
Oh, the reaction's been great. It really does feel good. It's kind of one of those things where, your teeth is strangely enough one of those things that's a little more subtle on you than you think. And so a lot of people do the old, something's up with you. What'd you do? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I got my eyebrows waxed. No, I got new teeth. And the second you say it, they go, oh, that's right. I see that. And so, like I said, friends and family, and all for the most part, noticed on their own. Very few people knew to begin with. It was one of those things I just kind of had to do at the last minute. And so, when family and friends kind of came around to see it, it's very enjoyable. I actually have a kind of a story to that. The story was just an anecdote. Actually, like I said, I teach large numbers of students, and the day after I got the procedure done, it was still new to me. I still hadn't really internalized the fact that I had it. And a student came up afterwards, after I did my session, and she said, listen, this has nothing to do, because I teach statistics. So she goes, this has nothing to do with statistics, but you have the brightest, nicest smile I've ever seen, and it's actually distracting when you talk. She's like, just for your own edification, and then just went on her way, and I was like, there it is. It's worth it right there. Like, just for that type of thing to occur, it's great. So that's cool.
How does it make you feel inside? How do you feel?
You just feel better. It's one of those things where it's just, my teeth were never in such a fashion that I felt embarrassed or disliked them. But it's one of those things now where I'm like, well, I'm going to show this off. I smile a lot more, and it's one of those things that just kind of gets checked off the list. You